we want to introduce to you all a data jam. I don't know what your experience is outside of club with sharing data with others or creating some kind of display of information.
A data jam is a fun event where learners immerse themselves in data and present their results in a creative way. Having the skills to communicate data to others is an important part of data literacy. In this activity, learners first learn the math and data skills to make decisions about communicating the penguin data they've been studying. Then they work together as a team to create a data jam that communicates their interpretation of the data. In this case, learners have created a wall mural, but dioramas, raps, cartoons, videos, or posters can also be used to communicate data.
So in our previous club meetings, have we been collecting data on penguin populations? Do you think other people back in our school have this information about penguins? No. Ah. So do you think it would be important to share the information that we have with them? Yes. How can we do that? Are we going to display 7,130 penguins today? Could we apply some kind of skill set, some kind of ratios to change it up? What do you think?
Here we see learners practicing using ratios with simple word problems to compare the quantities of different types of pets. This practice builds their skills in preparation for creating a data jam and comparing Adelie to Gentoo to chinstrap penguin species populations.
Casey owns 2 cats, 3 dogs, and 1 lizard as pets. What is the ratio of the number of cats to a total of pets Cassie owns?
So we first have to think about all the pets that she owns, right? Which is how many?
6.
Right? So the cats are 2 to 6, but we don't see that answer right there, do we? What could we do, Justin?
Simplify.
Ah, okay. And then what will we have for our answer?
1 to 3.
1 to 3. So in thinking about that ratio, we could probably use that math skill right now when we're starting to look at our penguin data. So since scientists use, right here, these breeding pairs, we're going to use pairs in our ratios. Okay, let's think about these numbers. These numbers start off, if we're looking at the year 2000, right? You see the breeding pairs for the Adelies? You see the breeding pairs for the Gentoos? Yeah. And the chinstraps? Yeah. Okay, now what could we do applying our skill set with the ratios? Esther?
You could divide them by a number to decrease them.
Ah, so what number could we divide them by that might be most easiest right now?
100.
Ah, so if we did that, right, then how many Adelie penguins would we display for the year 2000?
We would display 71.
Let's do the math on the Post-it notes, and then let's collect our numbers and try to make a display with that, okay? So we're taking the numbers of the Adelie breeding pairs. We're simply dividing it by 100, okay? We're taking the numbers of the Gentoos, dividing by 100. Taking the numbers of the chinstrap, dividing by the 100. And we'll start with the year 2000, just like Justin mentioned. And then we'll go 2005. We cool with that? You guys okay with that? Okay. We'll put 2010 over here. So one thing we need to think about, though, is just what you did with your math and your ratios. All right, and I'm going to use group 2000. That's this group over here, right? And you guys said that you're going to go with 71. So that means that however you divide it up, you need to get probably 71 of those Adelie penguins up here. And then somebody else in your group is going to put the Gentoos. And then the same applies for chinstrap. You need to come over as a group and display your data.
Learners apply what they've learned to create an accurate ratio that represents proportional differences in the penguin species populations. The mural they create represents the dramatic decline of the Adelie, an increase of the Gentoo populations over time relative to one another. There is not just one way to do a data jam. Each group should incorporate the unique talents and skills of its members to communicate the science to others. This activity builds data literacy as learners creatively communicate what they've learned. They use their understanding of the penguin's habitat and behavior and create mathematical ratios to creatively and accurately represent the population data they've been studying.